What's going on, YouTube? I apologize in advance for my voice. I'm really under the weather right now, but Elon Musk is providing so much good, amusing, exciting stuff on the stock market that I wanted to come out and make a video. I wanted to talk about the whole situation of Elon Musk selling a ton of shares, not once, but twice already, his Twitter poll, why he's doing it. I mean, Elon Musk to me is so fascinating. He's like a PR machine in the most troll-worthy way. He transcends politics. Conservatives love him, liberals love him, all for different reasons. He transcends economics. Wall Street, Main Street, crypto, all these people respect him, and he's somehow able to juggle all of it. And right now, he is selling a lot of Tesla shares. And this didn't come as a surprise to the people that follow Tesla because he did disclose documents and he has been hinting at this. But I want to have a discussion of why he's doing this. And so I'm going to fill everyone in step by step exactly what occurred over this past week with Elon Musk and Tesla shares. And it's just so interesting. He is one of my favorite entrepreneurs. He is one of my favorite success stories. And it's so interesting to see how this will all play out. I mean, Elon Musk, to me, it seems like Tesla is going to invent a time machine like later on, but he already got in that time machine and came back and is now inventing stuff and is just trolling us, or he's like an alien troll or something. But I digress. I'm having fever dreams and I'm making no sense. Let's jump right into the video. This is going to be this week's episode of the Bulls, the Bears, and the Bats. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and also let me know which stock, crypto, or options trading strategy you would like me to cover next. Alright guys, let's make some sense out of this. So on November 11th at 4:11 a.m., Reuters comes out with an article, Elon Musk sells 5 billion in Tesla shares after Twitter poll. And before even diving into the specifics here, let's take a look at what they're talking about. So Elon Musk on November 6th at 3:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time posted, "Much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance. So I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock." And this is related to the Democrats' proposal of taxing unrealized gains. And shortly after, he tweeted, "I will abide by the results of this poll, whichever way it goes." He also tweeted, "Note, I do not take a cash salary or bonus from anywhere. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes personally is to sell stock." And as you can see, over 3.5 million people voted. And these are the final results. 58% yes, 42% no. Very interesting that people voted yes on this. Also bear in mind, he filed paperwork with the SEC about removing some of his Tesla shares. So this was already filed. So this is a bit of a troll tweet. And I really want to see what would have happened if they said no, but he had already filed the paperwork. And please, if you can mention in the comments, if you know those filings and you know how it works, can you go back on those filings? Is it something that you just notify, hey, I am planning to sell this amount of shares? However, if the time comes and it doesn't make sense because of the price, you can just ignore it and not sell it. It's almost like an option contract. You have the right to, but you're not obligated to. If you guys know, please do mention it. Now let's take a look at what billionaire's tax he's referring to. So over here in a Yahoo article, they say Democrats unveil billionaire's tax on unrealized capital gains. Democrats want to impose a new tax on America's wealthiest by taxing unrealized capital gains similar to other types of income, a major change to how those assets have been taxed historically. Senator Ron Wyden, chairman of the State Financial Committee, introduced legislation on Wednesday requiring taxpayers with more than $1 billion in assets or more than $100 million in annual income for 3 consecutive years to pay taxes on unrealized capital gains. There are 2 tax codes in America, Wyden said in a statement on Wednesday. The first is mandatory for workers who pay taxes out of every paycheck. The second is voluntary for billionaires who defer paying taxes for years, if not indefinitely. The so-called billionaire income tax would apply to around 700 taxpayers and raise hundreds of billions of dollars, according to the proposal, which comes as Democrats discuss ways to fund their reconciliation package over the next decade. And now these are my own thoughts, but I feel that the richest, we're talking billionaires, they find ways of avoiding these taxes. These types of bills are very, very tricky to actually enforce because loopholes is something that billionaires are great at. They have the greatest lawyers, they have the greatest minds working for them. And so you have to figure that what they're going to do is they're going to move their capital over to another bank in another country. If they need to, they will permanently move their address to another country. They'll have homes all over the world. They can travel. They could still be in the States for a healthy portion of time. And so it's really interesting to see if this does pass, if the billionaires will stick around, or they'll say, you know what? I don't feel like handing over huge chunks of my money, and so I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm going to find loopholes. So it's really interesting to see. So let's continue with the article. Unlike other types of income like wages, investors pay tax on capital gains only when they are realized, meaning when the assets are sold, compared with a worker who pays taxes as they earn it. Deferring capital gains taxes allows rich Americans to earn returns on untaxed money until the assets are sold, at which point investors can time the sale to blunt any tax burden. In the meantime, those untaxed gains can be used as collateral for loans. If you don't pay tax on the annual increase in value of your assets, you continue earning returns on money that you would otherwise pay in tax. Samantha Jacoby, senior tax legal analyst at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, previously told Yahoo Money. It's an important tax advantage that allows wealthy people to continue building wealth over time. The deferral option mostly benefits those at the top of the income distribution. For the top 1%, capital income, which largely is taxed at lower rates than income, accounted for 41% of their income in 2016, according to data from the Congressional Budget Office. The bottom 80% derive less than 3% of their income from capital income. For tradable assets like stocks, those above the income threshold would have to pay an annual tax on the gain in the value of the asset they hold starting in 2022 using the market-to-market method. Unrealized losses could be carried back to offset gains for up to 3 years. All gains and losses would be treated as long-term capital gain or loss. Non-tradable assets like real estate or business interest, which are harder to value, would not be taxed each year. And so you basically get the gist of what this proposal is all about. Now let's go ahead and read the article about Elon Musk selling $5 billion, and this is November 11th. Now remember, he sold even more recently. But let's go take a look at what they're saying here. Tesla chief executive Elon Musk sold $5 billion in shares. The billionaire reported in filings on Wednesday, just days after he polled Twitter users about selling 10% of his stake. In his first share sale since 2016, which means he has not sold a single share of Tesla since 2016. That's an impressive hodl. Musk's trust sold nearly 3.6 million shares in Tesla, worth around $4 billion, while he also sold another 934,000 shares for $1.1 billion after exercising options to acquire nearly 2.2 million shares. The 4.5 million shares equate to about 3% of his total holdings in the electric vehicle manufacturer, which makes up the vast part of his estimated $281.6 billion fortune, according to Forbes. And this is really interesting. $281.6 billion, which means he's worth a little more than a quarter of the entire company of Tesla. That is hilarious. Musk on Saturday polled Twitter users about selling 10% of his stake, helping to push down Tesla's share price after a majority on Twitter said they'd agree with the sale. The stock sank 12% on Tuesday in a multi-day sell-off that endangered the company's position in the $1 trillion club. Now, as of the time of this video, 6:11 p.m., November 12th, they are still valued at over $1 trillion, but recovered 4.3% on Wednesday. The options-related sales were up in September through a trading plan that allows corporate insiders to establish pre-planned transactions on a schedule, the filing said. The sales of the option-related shares paid for associated taxes. It was not clear how or whether the trading plan related to Musk's Twitter poll. The options-related sales were set up in September through a trading plan that allows corporate insiders to establish pre-planned transactions on a schedule. The filing said, the sales of the options-related shares paid for associated taxes. It was not clear how or whether the trading plan related to Musk's Twitter poll. Tesla did not respond to a request to comment. The additional share sales were separate and provide Musk with sizable reserves of cash, given his wealth is largely tied to his stakes in Tesla and SpaceX. Musk has more than 20 million further stock options that are due to expire in August of next year. So remember that Musk can still sell a lot more shares. And you also have to realize, even though Elon Musk, he's super filthy rich, one of the richest people in the world, that's only on paper. He doesn't really have that money. It's tied to assets and stocks. And so by him selling, he kind of secures some of that wealth. So in a way, I get it. I am not knocking him and saying he's a complete sellout and he's doing a terrible thing when it comes to Tesla, the company, and Tesla stock. He is still working crazy hard to take Tesla to the next level. He's very much invested in Tesla. But let's take a look at what happened just today. So this is another Reuters article from November 12th, 5:17 p.m. Eastern Time, which is about an hour ago, and it's by Reuters. Tesla shares snap 11-week winning streak after Musk sells more stock. Shares of Tesla closed lower on Friday, snapping an 11-week winning streak after filings showed CEO Elon Musk sold another block of company stock worth about $700 million, taking advantage of a meteoric rally that vaulted the electric car maker's value to over $1 trillion. So if we go ahead and take a look at what's been happening to Tesla stock, it definitely took a massive hit over the past week. So it was trading at almost $1,200 on November 8th, and right now it closed at $1,033. And as you can see here, the market cap is still over $1 trillion, and the year range is hilarious. At its lows, the stock was $400, and at its highs, it was actually $12.43.50, which I believe came in this past 5 days. If we take a look at the 6-month chart, you can see that Tesla is still on a bullish ride. That Hertz order really helped them out. And so I'm very curious on your guys' thoughts. Do you think that Elon Musk did Tesla investors dirty by selling this? Is it fine? He's done so much for the company. How can you really give him too much backlash? He still holds so many shares. He's one of the greatest entrepreneurs. He inspires everyone. He's all about being sustainable and environmentally friendly. So I'm curious, if you have Tesla stock, how do you feel about it? If you feel this dip is worth buying, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk himself? Is he the greatest troll ever? I really hope that Satoshi Nakamoto doesn't have the same type of trolling characteristics that Elon Musk does, or else he would sell off all his Bitcoin just to watch the charts demolish themselves. So I'm really curious what you guys think. I'm going to go drink some tea with lemon and honey. Hopefully I don't die. And if I live, make it out of this illness, I will see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know if you enjoy content like this. And I wish you guys a smooth, enjoyable weekend. And we'll be back to covering the markets next week, hopefully without a raspy voice.